We can, there it is. Yay, we got it. Good morning and welcome to this morning's meditation. Nice, deep breath in, rolling the shoulders, getting settled into the room, to the moment, getting comfortable for your space. What I want to say about this moment, about today, um, not only are we like at our year end, uh, there is so much, it's like we're at year end, but there's also so much new energy. So there's like a lot of completion energy, but also a lot of new energy present, which is just kind of a really fascinating juxtaposition. And so we're gonna take all of that because really what this time of year is most about, like it's easy to be focusing on all of the new because we've really spent so much of this year like in closure. Like it's like this month we're synthesizing everything in this month and really in this week and next week and the next couple of weeks into like what this whole year has been about. And there hasn't been a lot of time for restoration and focus on restoration and allowing ourselves to just be present to becoming and being who we're here to be and like getting clear on what that is supposed to be. And there really isn't going to be time to do that as we go forward either. And yet that's the nature of what this season is about. This season is about shutting down. It's about going within. And yet it's critical as we go through this transition into 2026 that we hold the momentum for the new, right? There's new timelines, there's new energetics. We are getting slammed. I spent this yesterday and this morning listening to all this the solar flare reports and all the things. I haven't done that in a while, but it's like part of all of these transitions. We've been having, big magnitudes earthquakes as a result, which is also hitting, you'll hear a lot of the different Schumann resonance reports. A lot of times um, there have been recent reports around that, and there haven't been big fluctuations. You hear about big fluctuations, but there haven't been true fluctuations until this past week. There were some true fluctuations. You hear about them statically, meaning it's like localized to the environment, but the geo, meaning cosmically impacted Schumann resonance shifts, those are less frequent. And we've had big ones this past week, right? So all of that is leading us to when that's happening, our soul, our energetic, our grounding base is doing like this shift, right? Who we are as an individual is doing this shift. What we center into is doing this shift. And it's a lot. And this is the time in our lives, this cycle, this time in the year when we're supposed to really shut it down and connect to community and feel connection and start to like go within to find that light to plan out for the year. And so in that awareness, we're going to be doing it on warp speed this year. I guess that's what I want to say. So with that, taking a nice deep breath in, because today is about restoration. And we get to hold a little bit of this light. And our next meditations over the next couple of weeks are really going to be about finding the timelines and then looking into 2026. But in order to really, I actually wanted to start that today, but in order to do it, we have to have our light and our energetic within us, like really solid from 2025, right? We have to feel composed. We have to have all of our electrons and protons and atoms and energetics from 2025 here and organized. And I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm still collecting them. I'm still not even sure who and what I am from then. So that's what today is about, is getting it all organized because this is moving fast, right? So with that, we've got our mind on board. We have our intention set for today. We don't always do that with meditation, but those are the metas, our meta intention. Those are the metas that we're looking for as we move into today's session. So as you close your eyes and you send your light link up to the sun, go ahead, take a nice deep breath in and an even bigger exhale out. And just breathe with me for a moment. Nice deep breath in again. And a nice big exhale out. And with each breath in, not only allowing yourself to breathe in the past year and feel into even where you were this time last year, like breathe the whole entire year of this past, even reaching all the way back to December of 2024. I think today's December 9th, 2024. So extend all the way through the months of December of 2025. Think of the big, massive events, the big hurdles, the big growth, the massive acceleration, as well as letting go, the big highs, the epic lows that led to the letting goes, the redefining of who you are, the reprioritization, the deep clarity. Each breath in, keep breathing. I'm just defining what we want these breaths to be about. As we are breathing backwards, if you will, through time. We're just going to keep doing this, allowing these light molecules within you to become organized. So often we think of our bodies as these fixed physical things, cells and bones and muscles, but really we're just a bunch of particles. Sounds silly, but we are. We're just a bunch of particles that are super hyper organized into all of this intention and purpose. So continuing to breathe, because you could almost envision a tunnel of hyper organization of these particles that's guided you here to this moment. And so all I'm asking you to do is see those particles becoming more and more and more organized, to walk that path, to rewind down that path of organization. And it's almost like we could pull on a string of desire and intention to get ourselves here, to see what has led us to this exact moment, but in reverse. And as you continue to pull on that thread of desire, as you go backwards into December of 9th, 2024, and the date could be objective if you're picking this up at a later, more future forward point in time. And in fact, I invite you to go, once you hit this time last year, go another day further back. It almost feels like a wall there, right? Like, here's that veil. And then go maybe 2 more days past that. Almost like you're just reaching into a bucket of goop that you can't quite see. And it's not that it's about the day, it's about what was that indescript thing? What is that indescript thing that's outside of time that is driving this. Because really, the days are just forms of measurement. And if we were to see like branches on a tree, all of the people that have come into your life along this timeline that have helped you to align all of these particles to create this tunnel, this flow, this organization that have landed, that has helped you land here where you are today. The people that have come, that have gone, the projects, the activities. I want you to find the thing that exists back in 2024 outside of the timeline and outside of the people. Just kind of reach through that veil, right? We're removing ourselves dimensionally now. Like there's just a wall there of energy you can reach through, and it's like something's there. I can't quite see it. It feels like a seed, an energetic, like an orb, an anchor, a signal. Pulse. And it's almost like we could, we've been doing this meditation from the perspective of the projection. But what if we were to change our perspective to the other side of this, out of the timeline, out of how we measure through the relationships? And I know I'm starting to engage your mind a little bit. So I just want to have you invert yourself, right? Like kind of tunnel through it like a sock, like inside out. So from, if our wall is whatever date, we'll call it December 9th, 2024, but whatever date you found yourself at, maybe it's 3 days prior to that, just kind of allow yourself to inside out or flip around, reverse spin, and land in this space outside of space and time. And just hold there for a moment. And let yourself become organized in pure intention. In this dream space, in this creation space. And for a moment, let yourself see and feel the measurements in the moment before the moment where you hit the go button. And what's interesting from this perspective is, from December 9th, 2024, all the way through all of 2025 to this moment today in 2025, you know how this is going to unfold. You know what this matrix looks like because you just lived it. So allow yourself to see from this creation point. Let it show you what unfolded. Observe it. Holding the seed and activating the thread. Let yourself see pouring the intention, that golden thread, that flame, your energetic, your desire in, engaging, as though you're diving in, like diving into the swimming pool or the lake or the ocean, just into the matrix of your life. It's almost like we dive in and you start to spin through the gates of the year. And you can feel the force of all those particles coming online and like a tornado swooping up to land in you and your body with such force and calibration here today. It's like instant. It feels almost like from that moment to now, like we've folded the fabric of time. It feels instant, like a harpoon, like we just stitched December 9, 2024 to December 9, 2025 together. Like there was no year past, if that's possible, which we know it is because time was irrelevant, but the energetics of the two are one and the same. And so let's play with it again, knowing that this time next year we could do the same thing. This is kind of fun. No different. In fact, I probably did a similar meditation last year. We could probably go back and listen to that meditation if we could find it. Go ahead and feel, not through the year of 2026, but just feel that fabric. You know, when you pull on a thread and it stitches, it gathers the fabric, right? And you just pull it. And what I'm feeling is, again, like a harpoon just getting shot out, and it just like it gathers it, it tugs it all together. Your intention being gathered in to right here, right now. There's no need for an unfolding over time. Just happens because your signal is precise. It is not dimensionally removed. All of those electrons and protons and atoms and abstract ions that are out there creating some chaos in the world, bringing in the miracles and the magic. Are organizing themselves into one perfect sequenced moment of perfection. And all we've been doing in this moment, in this meditation, is letting ourselves feel peace, letting ourselves feel clarity, letting ourselves find outside of space and time that root source seed, and giving it permission to be like a harpoon, to shoot through the matrix, to ignore the matrix, to allow our mind to get out of the way and the proper conditions to unfold. So we never even made it to the light link today. So let's close on a light link. That feels appropriate. Feeling that golden light all around us and that beautiful earth energy beneath us. Where do you want to send this harpoon energetic? I want to say I started in the guiding energy for today's meditation was the name myrtle, which is a type of evergreen, and it means peace and restoration. It means fertility. It's symbolic of the goddess in the Greek. It's a Greek word for an evergreen shrub that gets used in wreaths and bows, and as bows, like in wreaths at this time of year. And it has been with me for a couple days, and it has a beautiful, like, evergreen scent and bouquet, flowering bouquet that comes with it, appropriate for this time of year. It's also closely associated with love and Aphrodite and all of those energies as well. So fertility, so peace and restoration and fertility. As we hold these energetics, as we close out with a light link, first time ever we've done that, by the way, closing on start as we intend to end, right? So I guess the key to, and a key distinction in the quantum field between an ion and an atom is that an atom is a complete system. The ion is not. Let yourself in this moment feel the completeness and the balance of your intention and your desire. And whatever it is that is self-organizing within you from year to year to year as you look out over 2026, as you feel back through 2025 and, quite honestly, probably 2024 and 2023 and all of the other things, years that have sequenced themselves. But know those years, those timelines are just methods for sequencing. It's these energetics within you and how you steer them, how you guide them, how you shepherd them with your consciousness. That's what matters. It's how you allow them to organize and create the space for them to organize within your body. That's what allows them to harpoon through the year, one after the other after the other. How much bandwidth do you give them? Or how much do you allow it to become buried, distracted by other things? And that's okay. The other things also are important too, and oftentimes can be part of the co-creation process, as long as we're holding it in that co-creative, co-sequencing pattern. And I think the only way we truly know is when we're holding that light in our light link in the whole system, as opposed to more of like the ion, where we maybe are missing some of the pieces of the system, that we feel completely at peace with that. I know I'm speaking somewhat abstractly, so we'll leave it at that. Feeling the earth beneath your feet, feeling that energetic of the pine, the flame of the candle, as we envision that in the light of the sun, as one complete system, holding us, nurturing us, reminding us that the peace in our hearts is the path the path forward to all that we are seeking. So, with that, I hope it is an awesome Tuesday. I am so completely thrilled and excited for everything we get to be up to over the next couple weeks, because today again was all about restoration, and we are just continuing in the next sequence of meditations to build for 2026. We're going to be doing some serious timeline work around the 2026 sequence, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Today was just collecting all of these energetics so we have more to build